It's, what is it, anybody?
Friday.
Q12.
It's Friday, it's 6 o'clock, and it's Q12. And
Crackerjack.
Number 5. We have, speaking of crackerjacks, give it away when I give you a name. Brendan, hi. David?
The millionaire.
It's just like it. This is Gavin. You should have seen Gavin last Monday. He cooked. We've got Dave H. Hello, David. How are you? How's your football going? We've got Lee, whose football is going absolutely wonderful because he's a Leeds United supporter and he's just been promoted. And
Really?
Yeah. My default microphone's changed. I don't know if you picked that up. Steve Lacey, Player of the Year for Q12 and Lightspeed Quiz in 2019. He won't win that again. We've got James, who's got some history. Hello, James. He's still got his check shirt on. I'm going with the white one today. And all the way from New Jersey, Jim Mudrak. How are you doing, Jim? Okay. So this first round, it always annoys me when Alexander Armstrong, on only whatever the program is, explains the rule between every round. Because if you've got this far, you must know the rules. But very briefly, you're going to get 12 questions, guys. Each question is comprised of 12 clues. If you answer, you will get the appropriate value for a correct answer, and you will lose the appropriate value for an incorrect answer. The values are 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good luck, everybody. This is question 1, I certainly hope. It's a year. I can see that we're all ready to go. In what year did Johann Strauss Sr. and Frédéric Chopin both die within a month of each other? For 5 points, James K. Polk became the first US president to be photographed, whence he promptly died. To be succeeded by, for 4 points, Zachary Taylor, the 12th president of the United States. For 3 points, it's 43 squared. For 2 points, it's a filler in while you work out what 43 squared is. August Strindberg, Randolph Churchill, Alexander Kielland, and Alfred von Tirpitz were all born, and it became, for 1 point, the peak. Lee is for 1 point only. I said peak.
1849.
The peak year of the California Gold Rush immigration. We do know that the Gold Rush started in 48, but the peak year of immigration, which is invariably associated, I think one's a good score today. Lee, you're in the lead. And if we have right next, it's a huge question. System of a Down's Serge Tankian was born in which city in 1967? As near as, damn it, exactly 12,000 kilometers away from, and exactly the same latitude as his band's home city of Los Angeles, California. Likewise, basketball star, thanks Brendan, basketball star Steve Kerr in 1965. For 5 points, Dom Jolly and Keanu Reeves.
Us.
Dave Bill?
Beirut.
For 4 points, in October there was a truck. For 3 points, Derry Waite was kidnapped. For 2 points, approximately 2,750 tons of ammonium nitrate went
allegedly
up. So, have you watched the films?
Yep.
My goodness.
Have you seen what used to be there?
Yeah. I did a workout, and if the upper limit of 3,000 megatons of TNT equivalent, that's 1/3 of the Hiroshima bomb.
They said a fifth.
A fifth, yeah.
A fifth,
They've said a fifth, yeah.
Okay,
remind me at the end. I'll send you the pictures because somebody's superimposed.
Well, Dave,
what the blast radius would look like.
Dave, between you and me, I think you can go and get the pictures now because you really don't want to press anymore.
It's the blast radius, but somebody's put it on the centre of London and the centre of Manhattan.
Beirut was the correct answer. Who was born in Kensington, London, on July the 28th, 1866? You are such a player, Brendan. Thank you very much. Brendan puts London on July the 28th, 1866. For 5 points. Became a respected farmer. a judge at local agricultural shows, and president of the Herdwick Sheep Breeders Association.
Us.
We have a press from Lee, a very good press, on 5 points, Lee. What are you going to say?
Beatrix Potter.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to continue. She became secretly engaged to the publisher Norman Wayne, but her parents were set against demanding a tradesman. For 3 points, she wrote 23 books. For 2 points, married William Heelis. And for 1 point, who created Jemima Puddle Duck? Now we've got a nice intimate group. We can give Lee a little round of applause, I think, for that one.
Yeah, very nice.
Brave press. He wasn't 100% sure, but that's the way to go.
You need to work on your poker face, Steve.
Yeah. I thought
I must join in some Red Tooth poker games then on do that, because Red Tooth do run excellent poker games, don't they?
When they reopen casinos, I'll tell you.
We're on presumably the 4th question. Listen carefully to the first 3 words here. Where significantly weren't, or were not, which makes it 4 now. Where significantly weren't. For 6 points, Sam Worthington, Naomi Watts. For 5 points, Hugo Weaving. For 4 points, Guy Pearce. For 3 points, Mel Gibson. For 2 points, Russell Crowe. And for 1 point,
But
James?
they weren't born in Australia.
They were not born in Australia, any single one of them. And the last one was Nicole Kidman, who was born in Hawaii, I believe. Mel Gibson was Peekskill, New York, and God knows where the rest of them were all about. That's a 2-pointer. Will that do for you, James? Yeah? A number. Don't forget to press enter. How many cricket tests did Dermot Reeve play for England? For 5 points. How many children did Cleopatra VII have by Anthony? For 4 points. How many holes-in-one were there during the British Open Golf Championships in 1981? For 3 points. How many bases are there in softball? For 2 points, we've got a buzz from Jim Mudrak.
3.
How many goals did France score to beat Brazil in the 1998 World Cup final? And ... 3 points is correct, Jim Mudrak.
Really?
Is Donald Trump still allowing us to import points to the United States without any tariff?
From Thailand.
You've got 3. 3 points there, Jim.
Oh.
Yep. How many bases in softball? You're currently in the frame. You're in 3rd place. For 6 points, Sheryl Crow made 40,000 bucks singing a jingle for which company prior to her fame? For 5, according to the USA, it is the world's largest toy distributor. Steve Lacey has gone in.
McDonald's.
He's absolutely correct for 5 points.
Very
Good
nice.
answer.
And there was and I can feel Dave Bill kind of, he's like, there's a thing called edging, well, in quiz, where you just take somebody right to the edge, but just don't quite explode onto the computer keyboard. Have I gone too far there?
Very much so.
We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions and nary a wrong answer yet. This is good stuff. What film, for 6 points, was entitled Apertem os cintos o piloto sumiu, for Brazilian release? For 5 points, it has the last line. Well, I'll give him another 20 minutes, but that's it. For 4 points, a hospital was described as a big building with patients. It's Dave Hulley.
Airplane.
With an exclamation mark at the end. Yeah, that's 4 points for Airplane. Ethel Merman makes a cameo appearance as a Lieutenant Hurwitz. I've got to go through the dialogue. Dialogue includes, we have clearance, Clarence, Roger, Roger, what's our vector, Victor, Towers radio clearance over, that's Clarence over, Roger.
Over, underdone.
Starring
Surely
Leslie
not.
Nielsen and Bill Hayes, it was claimed that it put an end, sadly, Steve, to the 1970s disaster movie.
Oh dear. Tragedy.
Okay. The first clue I'm going to give you is the 1 point clue, because I've tested these out on Ollie and your man, and they said, yeah. So the clue, and it kind of spoils it a little bit, Brendan. I'm so sorry.
So what we're doing is this.
Do we get
is
a point
this
for this?
No, we're still on 6, but
Oh,
I'm going to
okay.
give you the 1 point clue so you don't go in on a stupid answer at first.
Right. Okay.
Trust me, my
Thanks.
dad was a doctor. The clue for the 1 point in this question is, who won the gold? I require neither the country nor the event, all of which are identical, nor anybody with the name Michael. For 6 points, in the 1992 Olympics, Group B, Julian Golly was 15th, and for 5 points, Francis Aguiepong was 12th with 16.55. For 4 points, Vernon Samuels was 7th in Group A in 1988. For 3 points, Keith Connor won bronze in 1984. For 2 points, Philip Adowu won.
Us.
Dave Bill
Jonathan Edwards.
won the silver in 2008, but in Sydney in 2000 at the Olympic triple jump for Great Britain. Take it away, Brendan.
Who won the gold?
2 points for Dave Bill.
Yeah.
You're on 7th. In physics, Gavin, what letter represents the Boltzmann constant?
Oh dear. Straight.
Who was first there?
Gav.
Didn't catch it.
Come on, Gav.
K.
Swallowed by Marcel, a letter swallowed by Marcel in Friends during a game of Scrabble. Dash dot dash is the international Morse code for it. That's always a get out for one of the points, isn't it? Uniquely valued letter in the English version of said game Scrabble. What is the
Word
chemical symbol
potassium's
for
good, yeah.
potassium? And the silent letter in knickers and knackers. The situation is Dave Bill on 7, Gavin on 6, Lee on 6, Steve on 5. It's highfalutin company today, isn't it? Brendan, are
On
you
0.
Yes, but Brendan always leaves it to the last 2 or 3, don't you?
No. I just haven't got in fast enough today, Steve.
Come on. Okay. What name is shared by the winner of the first 2 Melbourne Cups? For 5 points, a Batman villain played by Art Carney in the episode Shoot a Crooked Arrow. For 4 points,
Buzz.
Steve Lacey.
Is it Archer?
It is Archer. It finishes off with the world's greatest spy and Sagittarius. Archer is correct. 2 to go.
2 questions to go.
2 questions to go. Yeah, we've got 10 correct answers so far. Nobody's got one wrong.
Watch this.
Comfortable, Brendan? Are you okay? Got your own buzz in? Good. A British television series that ran from the 7th of January 1961 to the 21st of May 1969. And an October 76 to December 77 sequel. For 5 points.
Buzz.
Go
Never
on.
likely, lads.
I'm afraid not. You carry the torch, James, for all of us. Where are you? You're up there at the top. You kind of all right then, but that's a big -6. I can see what you reasonable guess for somebody who wasn't alive in the early 60s. Sequel for 5 points. A family car originally marketed in North America as the Plymouth Cricket, but badged by Hillman in the UK. And
Buzz.
Buzz for Brendan.
Avenger.
Nice 4 points. It's
Nice.
it's not quite there.
5 is that?
5.
It's 5 points. Oh my God. I'm glad you're keeping your eyes on things here, guys.
Score check, score check.
Great answer.
Score check. In reverse order, Steve Lacey, 10 points. Dave Bill, 7 points. Gavin, 6 points. Lee, 6 points. Brendan, 5 points. Dave H, 4 points. Jim, 3 points.
So,
You're safe if you don't press, Dave. You're safe
Yeah.
if you don't press. Okay, this must be the last question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. The best of British luck. In what country or which country are the Schwer system, and for 5 points, I'll spell Schwer system for you, SCHWER system, one word, and for 5 points, the Batman Hole Caves. For 4 points, the Crimmy Falls. For 3 points, the ski resorts of Caprun and Solden.
Buzz.
Buzz.
Go on, Lee.
Norway.
No.
Ah.
But do you know what? I'm going to close in on your face now for the edit when it comes on, because the next question was for 2 points. Watch, Lee, everybody. The Grossglockner is the highest mountain.
Buzz.
And that is Dave Hulley.
It is Austria.
It is Austria, Dave, which means that you have qualified. You can have a little fist bump if you like. People will hate it, but it's worth it. In reverse order, give them all a round of applause, please. Steve Lacey, excellent, 10 points,
Well done.
2 5s.
Cheers.
Dave Bill, 3 scoring points there. Kept some points for other people, 9 points.
Did I get 9? You
Yeah, 5. Oh no, you got 7 points, didn't you? I gave you Dave Hulley's points there. Sorry. 7 points, Dave Bill. 6 points for Dave Hulley. 6 points for Gavin.
There you go.
5 points for Brendan. 3 points for Jim. Lee, unfortunately, would have gone straight on Grossglockner there. I know he would. Oh, Lee, I meant to give you -2 there. That helps. Austria. So thank you very much. It's a sad end because people have to go out and people take those risks. Lee, that was a beautiful risk. That's exactly kind of what you had to do. You didn't know Grossglockner was going to be the next answer, and it's all very well being wise after the event, as we always are with this thing. But I think everybody played with honour there, and everybody played as well as they could have done. So well done.